we have some things that they wrote for you guys to remember them by. You'll come up, you'll get your senior gift. Do not open the senior gift until everybody gets theirs, all right? And when you do open it, be careful when you open it. That's all I can tell you, all right? So, but I don't want anybody opening it until you're all there and you have it. All right, so again, we're going to go in numeric order. Number 2, Janasa Boone. Quarterback, defensive back, college plans, he's undecided yet. His best Valley View memory is going back-to-back championships. He always had fun on the field, no matter what the score was. That's his motto, to give back to the younger guys. And he'd like to thank everyone who's helped him throughout his years of playing. Without all of you, I wouldn't be the person I am today. Number 2, Janasa Boone. Number 3, Dylan Wanitz. Tight end, college undecided, major in biology. His career plans to play college baseball and hopefully become a dentist. His best Valley View football memories, he said all of them, mostly the district titles. His motto was, don't let people get in your head. When you work hard and punch the clock, the results will reflect how much work you put in. He wants to thank his parents, coaches, teammates, and Alan Clark. Right here, Mr. Clark. Double A, Mr. Clark. Number 5, Ryan Turlow, our linebacker. College plans are undecided. He's going to major in pre-med. He wants to attend med school and become a doctor. His best football memory is the underclassmen singing during the break in between doubles. His motto is, you never know when your last play will be. And he wants to thank his parents, siblings, coaches, especially Coach Cap and Coach Reese. Number 5, Ryan Turley. Number 6, Jonathan Clark, the fart man. Defensive man, tight end. He's going to Keystone College for information technology. He wants to be a software developer. Studying right in the footsteps of his father. That's why Alan Clark's a legend and Jonathan Clark will be a secondary legend. The comeback win against Berwick in the regular season is his best football memory. His motto, always work harder. Wants to thank his parents for not missing any games and always supporting him, his coaches for their dedication, bring out the best of him as a player, and his teammates for building lifelong relationships. Number 6, Jonathan Clark. You better not have opened that yet. Booth. Don't open it. Number 9, Alex Salkoff. Wide receiver, cornerback, returner. Going to go to Widener University to study civil engineering. His career plan is to find a job somewhere warm and start a family. Not a boy sushi. Best football memory is talks with Coach Vasilchak. He'd like to, their motto is the trainer's room is where the heart is. And he'd like to thank his family, especially his papa, and all his coaches, especially Coach Cal. Number 9, Alex Salkoff. Number 10, Jordan Conceretti, wide receiver, safety. His major in college is going to be medical imaging. He wants to be an MRI tech when he gets older, finishes college. His best memory is coming from behind to beat Berwick. His motto, enjoy playing for that paw on your helmet because before you know it, you'll be playing your last game as a senior. Wants to thank his family, coaches, and teammates for an amazing 4 years. Number 10, Jordan Conceretti. Number 13, Jacob Harrison, wide receiver, kick returner. His college is undecided. He wants to major in sports management. His best memory is double sessions. His motto, nobody cares, work harder. And he wants to thank all the coaches and the Valley View football organization. Number 13, Jacob Harrison. Number 17, Alex Money Munoz, wide receiver. College plans are undecided. He wants to go to college and be successful. Oh boy, Money. His best football memory, hiding inside the field house during practice because it was too cold. Everyone's got to call 911. It was different. And the funny part of it was like 65 degrees outside. He said his motto is, remember who always said, "What's up, bro?" And he wants to thank his coaches, teammates for letting him be a part of the team, even though he wasn't able to participate this year as a senior. Number 17, Alex Moon. Number 23, Zach Manchak, tailback. He's going to go to Keystone College for early childhood education. He wants to become a teacher. His best memories come from behind win against Berwick. His motto, always work hard. Wants to thank his coaches, teammates, and family. Number 23, Zach Manchak. Number 31, Kane Bennett, linebacker. His college is Johnson College. He's going for radiologic technology. He wants to be an x-ray tech. His best memory was seeing everyone shoveling snow when Dallas came to play us at our field, and he said we destroyed them and won our second title. His motto, did you leave it all on the field today? He said his dad would ask him that after every game. Wants to thank his mom, dad, his brother, and all his other brothers. Number 31, Kane Bennett. Number 55, Kyler Rosina, guard, tight end, defensive end, tackle. You name it, he can play it for us. His college is undecided. He wants to major bio. His best memories winning back-to-back district titles. Underclassmen motto, let the refs know when they are wrong, which he did a very good job. He wants to thank his family, coaches, and teammates for all their support. Number 55, Kyler Rosina. Number 56, John Snippets. Undecided, his major is diesel engineering. He wants to continue playing sports in college and graduate and have a business of his own. Best memories, said he has a lot. This is the most I've ever heard him talk. He thinks his best memories were he played against Berwick and Dallas, from the fireworks going off to the shoveling the field on Saturday nights when we played Dallas that Sunday. His motto, always play hungry, which he was probably hungry, actually. Never taking one lightly. He said if he had another year, obviously, he said this next year would be a revenge season. As a team, play as a team, look out for each other, work hard, it pays off on Friday. Wants to thank his family, teammates, his coaches for the memories and opportunity to play for the Valley Cougars. Number 56, John Snippets. Number 60, Logan Burns, offensive guard. He's going to Marywood to major in musical education. His career plans to go on Broadway, which if you've ever seen him act and sing, he will be on Broadway. His best BB memory, what does it say?
34 Purdue.
All right, 34 Purdue.
Heavy.
All right, so that's his favorite memory. His motto, you have to work hard to earn your spot, and he wants to thank his teammates for pushing him. Number 60, Logan Burns. Number 66, Robert Big Bob Ferraro. Our center, he's been accepted at Keystone at Penn State. His major is finance and business management. He wants to be a bank manager, a loan officer. Best memory, watching a specific coach make his best impersonation of Tom Brady. His motto, there's no I in team, everyone plays an important part. He wants to thank his family for support and encouragement. His first coach, Chris Conceretti, for believing in him. Coach Lapini for giving him a chance and pushing him to be his best. Number 66, Big Bob Robinson. And last but certainly not least, goes by many nicknames. Big Juicy. PJ Schuster, number 70. Played guard for us, played tackle, he played nose, played defensive tackle. His college is undecided. He wants to go major in communications and media, wants to be a sports analyst, which he'd be really good at. Comeback win versus Berwick during the regular season is his best memory. His motto, take advantage of this opportunity because it goes by fast. Wants to thank his mom, dad, and coaches. Number 70, PJ Schuster. And our last part of our senior class, which I hope he's here, our film guy for 4 years, 6 years, Connor Kelly. Come on up here, Connor. Connor's our guy every Friday. He did film work, he fixed helmets, he did everything for us. Our iPads on the sideline, so I want to thank Connor for all his years of service. He fit right in with all our seniors, obviously, and he was great for us. So he'll be sorely missed next year. Connor Kelly. Okay, seniors, you can slide it out of the box. Be careful when you look into the next box. Slowly open it. I'm not going to say a word. You guys can see them. And I hope you enjoy your senior gifts. How'd we do? All right? Oh, this is the quietest they've ever been. Must have done all right. Okay, just a couple things I'm going to go through. Oh, I guess I should tell you what they got, and I'll let them show you too. But we always try to find a senior gift for the kids will be something that's memorable. So we bought all the seniors rings this year to commemorate their record with 34 wins, their 2 district titles, their 2 league championships, and you parents will see, and anybody who wants to see them, they're definitely a conversation starter. Based on the gaudiness and size of the rings. So at Valley View, you either go big or you go home. So we went big. All right, so you guys can check them out. When you guys come up with your awards and stuff and you're finished, all in the back I have pictures of the rings for you guys. You can have them take home and whatever, put it up, and then there's things in here for you guys to grab. So make sure you come up here on the stage after we're all done with it. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to go in order of our program here, and I'm going to move through these pretty quickly. Our All-State guys, and all I need you guys to do is stand up. Obviously, our All-State guys get a plaque out on the wall, out in the hallway, get their jerseys up on the wall. So the last couple of years, we had Writers All-State winners and Coaches Select All-State winners, so you can have those guys stand. Our PA Football Writers Class 4A All-State athlete was Janaf Saboon. Pennsylvania Football News Coaches Select Class 4A All-State First Team, John Snippus and Janaf Saboon. And second team was fullback TJ Noto. Scranton Times All Regional, I need you guys to come up. There's awards for you guys up here. Scranton Times All Regional obviously is done by the paper. They select one team from our Lackawanna Football Conference that represents the Lackawanna Football Conference. And our players this year were Janaf Saboon was the Offensive Player of the Year, Jordan Consaretti as defensive back, Tyler Rosina as an offensive lineman, Alex Savkoff as the defensive athlete, and John Snippus as an offensive lineman. Tonight at 7 o'clock, Channel 16 will be the WNEP Dream Team. We had 2 players make the Dream Team. If you guys will stand up, and you'll see the huge trophy they'll get tonight if you watch it at 7 o'clock. So, which is very impressive. You guys got the trophies already, right? I'm assuming. Yes, they're nice, aren't they? For the second year in a row, Janaf Saboon and Tyler. Tonight, 7 o'clock. Tonight, 7 o'clock, Channel 16. It's really a pretty cool thing. And if anybody goes up to the airport, they always put a big stand up with, it kind of keeps playing, looping with the kids being interviewed and all that. It's up, I think, for a year. So anybody that travels out of Boca's Airport, you get to see it. It's right when you're getting ready to like board the plane. So I flew out of the airport about a month ago, and it was pretty cool. I was standing there watching Janasa give his interview. So it's actually really, really cool. It's a great honor for our kids. And again, it has a lot to do with how well we've done in our great ranking in the Super 16 the last couple of years. So congratulations to you guys. Tonight at 6:30, we have the Hook You Reap Award. John Snippus was the offensive line winner of the Hook You Reap Award. Went back-to-back this year for that. Brian Durkin had won it for us last year, so that's awesome, 2 years in a row. And then about a month ago, Janasa Boone won the Fiore Caesar Award. Like they try to make it like the Heisman Trophy presentation of the Lackawanna Football Conference. So that went to Janasa, like I said, about a month ago, right after Christmas. So congratulations, Janasa. Please, round of applause for everybody. All right, our scholarships. We've found a way the last whatever how many years to really take care of all of our kids who've been here and played. We've changed kind of it a little bit. Our kids that have been here and played for 6 years, we've really we've given every one of those kids a scholarship. All right, in one way, shape, or form before they left. So it holds true again this year. So we'll kind of have numerous kids coming up for different scholarships. And like I said, I'll go right in order the way they are here. So the first two scholarships are the Peter J. Krinsky and the Jason Hanyon Scholarship. Both are local dentists at Century Dental in Einan, right on, Scranton-Carbondale Highway, Business Route 6, or you want to look at right next to Sugarman's. And both played here at Valley View. Both are huge, donors for us. Pretty much take care of anything extra we need. Jason and Pete are always, one phone call away. They love our kids. I don't know how many times we've had kids with like a problem with a tooth. Hey, I make a phone call and we run the kids up and Jason or Pete takes care of them. And obviously, I think every one of our kids, Jason's in our locker room every Friday and Pete pops in every once in a while. So they're just great alumni, great for our program, and they've done just great things for us. And we really appreciate what they give back in their scholarships. So we have 3 people getting the Peter J. Krinsky scholarships. If you come up, we have little statuettes made of all the players. Janasa Boone, Alex Salkov, and John Snippus. So the second scholarship, the Jason Hanyon Scholarship, is going to go to, again, 3 of our players. And again, all these kids, all our seniors, have done such a nice job. And to have a group of kids together for 6 years is one of the big reasons why, obviously, we're so successful. So the Jason Hanyon Scholarship goes to Zach Manchak, Jonathan Clark, and Kyler Rosina. The Joseph Carney Richard Glardy Scholarship, Cougar Kickoff Club Award. Mr. Carney and Mr. Glardy were members of our kickoff club for years. Presidents, kind of ran everything. I missed the 2 of them every time I walked down the stadium. They would always come in after games, before games, always so positive, always with a smile, and just loved Valley View football. Loved Valley View football. And again, like I said, I know every day when I walk down there, and I talked to Mr. Carney's son, Brian, a lot. We talked about how much we miss Mr. Carney, and it was the same thing with Mr. Glardy. Just 2 great guys that obviously are very sorely missed by our kickoff club, and we wish they were still here to be able to fight other teams on a Friday night like they did against Scranton years ago when we had a little scuffle. So no better guys in your corner than guys like those 2. So this year we had 6 people win the Kickoff Club Scholarship. Ryan Turlin, Kane Bennett, Mr. Consoretti, Logan Burns, PJ Schuster, and Bobby Ferraro. You guys have to find your statuettes. Our last scholarship, the Chad Rebar Rockin' Out for Reap Scholarship. Obviously, I hope everybody knows this. We had Chad Rebar was one of our coaches here who passed away from cancer at a very young age. Played at Mid-Valley, played at Wake Forest for us. His helmet is always at the 50-yard line during our pregame. And Chad passed away 2013 from complications from cancer. So we give this, the Rebar family gives this award out. And we try to get the scholarship to people that Chad knew and or had some kind of, I guess, impact with Chad. So in years past, we had Zach Vineski had gotten it a couple years ago, because Zach Vineski we kind of do a prayer that Chad did. We have it hanging up on our wall in our locker room. We used to say it pregame, and then Chad's nephew got it one year, Jeremy Stanton. And then, again, we've tried to kind of give it to people that Chad knew and that knew Chad. So this year, and I think Chad would be very proud of who got this award this year. This year it's going to go to Dylan Wanitz. Special awards. Our coaches are going to kind of give out the awards for positions that they've coached. So the first one I'm going to do, and Scott Silchak was supposed to do the offense ones. He had an emergency come up. They had to kind of run to New Jersey for, so he wanted me to apologize for him, but I'm going to kind of take his. So our first award is the George Dutchy Wanitz Award for the best senior offensive football player. And obviously, wasn't a very hard thing to figure out. 2019, 1,079 yards passing and 14 touchdowns, 1,280 yards rushing and 19 touchdowns. For his career, 2,299 yards passing with 31 touchdowns and 2,357 yards rushing with 38 touchdowns. So not a really difficult task to figure out who our offensive MVP was. Janasabu. Sam Corbo Memorial Award for the best senior defensive football player. Coach Mitchko is going to give that award out as our D-back coach. So, for Mitchko.
Our defensive senior of the year helped lead a defense that allowed less than 17 points per game. He had over 50 tackles for his second consecutive year and led the team with 5 interceptions. He was a first-team All-Star and All-Region selection and has been a core piece of our success on both sides of the ball for the past 3 years. He was a true leader on and off the field and set the right example of how to work in the classroom, weight room, and film room. It was an absolute pleasure to coach him. He will be missed by the program. Jordan Consoretti.
That's my boy. Taught him everything he knows.
The John Stambone Jr. Memorial Award. John Stambone Jr., and again, a lot of you people probably don't know, but if you were around Valley View football for a while, John Stambone Jr. was confined to a wheelchair early on in his life, and he always was a staple on the Valley View sidelines. I love Valley View football, and back, I remember when I first got down here in the early 90s, he was always a staple, always at all the games. He was always right there. He was always right on top of everything, and always cheering the players on, very positive influence. And I think everybody looked up to him just because of his just love for Valley View football. And his not being able to play, and I know right down to his family, his dad has spoken about this many times, it killed him to not be able to play Valley View football. So this award goes for Cougar pride, hard work, and dedication. And, you know, I think this award really, we picked two players this year that went through a lot to come back to be Valley View football players. We had two kids, tear ACLs, at the tail end of their junior year, and worked their butts off just to get back to be able to get ready to play for us week one. And, we really appreciate their hard work. And again, obviously one of them is my son, who every day I got to see the hard work he put in, the dedication he put in, and I know Kane Bennett's parents can tell you the exact same thing. It is something you'd never wish on any child, ever. It's a horrible thing to watch, a horrible thing for a kid to go through, and just to have those kids bust their butts to get back, to be able to play, when they could have said, you know what, I'm just not going to play football anymore, there's other sports we play or other things we can do. I think that is the true gist of what John Stambone Jr. wanted this award to go towards. That person that busted his butt and wanted to get back to play Valley View football. So our John Stambone Jr. Memorial Awards go to Kane Bennett and Dylan Watts. Our next award, the Nick Rodeo Senior Memorial Award, and Nick Rodeo Jr. is obviously one of our coaches, sponsored this award in memory of his dad, who again, huge Valley View football fan that I knew my whole life. He was best friends with my grandfather. Even though Nick Rodeo Sr. used to come to the games, my grandfather never wanted to come to the games. Nick and I always laugh about that. They're such good friends, and one loved sports, and one could have cared less. So, the Nick Rodeo Senior Memorial Award, Josh Lupini is going to come up. It goes to the most improved offensive lineman and most improved defensive lineman. So our offensive lineman coach and defensive line coach, Josh Lupini.
First, I want to congratulate you guys on your record-setting 3 years here. All right, football is the ultimate team sport. To be successful, we matters over me. If you look at the NFL, teams fail because worry about their stats or how many catches they get or their playing time. That's why the Patriots are home, the Eagles are home, and the 49ers are going to the Super Bowl. Our line motto is, as we go, the team goes. The team is on our back, and we have to work hard to make sure. That's why this year, this award was so hard to select. So these two players, PJ and Clarkie, embody that we over me attitude. They are example of old school players. They highlight that model. Offensively, PJ came to work every day. He busted his butt, and the same with Clarkie. They made both sides of the ball better. They did so without complaint, aggravation, asking about anything. And I remember last year with PJ, Mike Sebastianelli, we were working with the guards pulling. Mike comes around, he runs on the PJ, he turns around, he goes, "Coach, I do not want to do that again." And Clarkie, well, everybody has a story about Clarkie, so I'm not going to get into it. But this is why we as good as we are. Younger guys, you have to use these two as role models. We over me is what makes us so successful, and it's been that way for the past 3 years. And all the stats are nice, but it's the 2 district titles and getting there for the 3rd year in a row is what makes us who we are. We over me. And without any further going on, all freshmen, by the way, you need to find a new song to sing because that's bad. PJ and John, congratulations.
one of the things that makes, especially these two, so important. And I don't think people truly understand, PJ was asked, he had to play guard, he had to play tackle, and he would play nose on defense, tackle on defense. We had Clarkie playing tight end some games, not tight end in other games. Then we were talking about moving him to a line, and he played defense. So these guys all very unselfish players. And it wasn't even all the time when they were getting in games. Sometimes we had people banged up during the week. We weren't sure if they were going to be able to play on Friday. Hey, you might have to play guard. You might have to play tackle. You might have to play center. And then game would roll around, and maybe they wouldn't even play that much. But no complaints. Practice every day. Never missed the practice. And if I probably asked a poll of all our guys that improved the most from probably their freshman year to their senior year, they would be two of the top guys. I think in both of those categories. All right, so it's a credit to those guys, and like I said, as I said at the beginning, their parents as well. Their work ethic is just unbelievable. The Martin J. Reed Memorial Award goes to the most improved offensive and defensive back. I'm going to do the offensive back, and then Coach Mitchko is going to do the defensive back. Our offensive back, I think if somebody told anybody, except for us, probably a couple other people going into the season, that this kid would be our tailback, and we'd be very successful at doing it. And don't take this as a negative, please. I don't mean it negative by any stretch of the imagination. But there's always surprises, I think, in football every year. There's kids that surprise you. You know they're going to be good, but they even surprise you about how good they can actually be or how good they actually become. And our offensive player this year definitely did that. All right, our tailback this year, Zach Manchak, was dynamite. And like I said, if somebody said it before the year, Zach Manchak would be an all-star and have hit the yardage he had, and touchdowns, and run so well. And the big question to us coming into the season was, who's going to be your Cordish this year? Cordish is gone. You don't have anybody to run the ball. Cordish graduated, and I think Zach did a very, very, very admirable, great job being that guy. So Zach Manchak.
So our most improved defensive back is a player that left it all on the field every game. He had over 50 tackles, 3 interceptions, 6 pass deflections, and 1 sack. He was a first-team All-Star and All-Region selection. Not only was he great on the defensive side of the ball, but he was by far the best punt returner I've seen in a while. He was an extremely hard worker and never questioned anything. He is goofy as hell, truly one of a kind. You can hear his laugh from a mile away. Alex Allen.
The next award is the Quan Shell Memorial Award. Quan was a player for us, transferred in from Scranton, and played for us 1 year, and then actually passed away late in his senior year, which was a big blow to us as a football program, a school. I know his family, and the Quan Shell Memorial Award goes out to our most outstanding linebacker. So to give this award, our linebacker coach, Mr. Chris Treese.
When you think of linebacker, a lot of times you think of a ferocious kid, a hard hitter. If you look at the NFL, you might think of Ray Lewis or Dick Butkus. This year's winner of this award, he could do that, but he was very intellectual. Student of the game type kid. He made all our checks on defense. He tried to make sure everybody was lined up properly. He did all the things pre-snap that have to be done. There's not a lot of time. Your mind has to work quick, and he always amazed me how he could remember where everybody was supposed to go and try to get everything done. And at linebacker, if you do everything right, the defense looks good. And you don't get rewarded for that. You get a tackle and it's 2nd and 9. If you don't do it right, you get to come off the field and have Coach Wanted scream at you for about 5 minutes, and then you get to go back out and play some. All right? So there's not a lot of, hey, that a boy, you did a good job. And when he first took over at linebacker, I think he hated me because I kept saying Sam Pittsman, Sam Pittsman. And played for 2 years, and I think he played pretty well. And Ryan Turlip is our outstanding linebacker for this year, and he had a very good year. Ryan Turlip.
Hope somebody got Coach Reese breaking up a little bit on film. Hope somebody got that. You don't see that very often. If you did, make sure you send that to me. I could use it a lot. That first group of awards, and again, most of those guys are guys you know. You're here about them on Friday nights. You know the work they put in, and a lot of them have been multiple-year starters for us. And, again, the accolades came along with all these things for them, which was fantastic, and they're going to be sorely missed. I know, especially Turlip, and Coach Reese talked about Turlip, but it really is a kind of a thankless job. You're constantly smashing your head against other people, and at that linebacker spot, he truly could get everybody lined up. And there was times when he was moving a nose guard one way, bumping linebackers one way, moving an end out, moving an end in. So he'll be, sorely missed next year and being able to do that. He was probably an air traffic controller sometimes, I think, more than, being a linebacker. So, definitely well deserving of that award. Our last award is the Cougar Kickoff Club Award for our Scout Team Awards, which I always think is really important. We have guys that get killed Monday through Thursday for us and get us ready for games. They may not be the guys that start. They're guys that just work hard, kind of behind the scenes guys. Like I think about guys this year, some of the kids we had and what they did. I'm just going to give you a quick story, and I definitely don't want to embarrass anybody, but this is just kind of things people don't see. Corey Bushta became like our inside the 50 punter towards the end of the year. He was very good at coffin corner punting, and you notice that in the last couple games. He could catch a ball, punt it, and the ball would roll down inside the 10. It happened a bunch of times. So Corey was one of those guys, during the week I said, Corey, listen, you're only going to punt. So go work on punting a little bit, and then, I need you to be able to punt the ball down inside the 10. They're going to be huge plays for us. Corey punted so much that his foot turned purple. The 1 week we played, I think we were playing Berwick. And, I said, Corey, I didn't mean punt for 3 hours of practice. Just go over and work. But those are the kind of kids, you don't see all those things behind the scenes and what they do to prepare and get us prepared. But we have a lot of those guys. Now, we have 4 guys we're going to give the Scout Team Awards to, and I always think these are really important because, I always say, I've seen NFL guys with, Scout Team Awards sitting on their mantles, which they think are the most important awards they've ever gotten. And I've seen it a lot, so these awards should mean a lot to these 4 kids. The 4 guys we had were Ian Little, Dan Solomon, Brian Gallagher, and Sean McInerney. And believe me, if you saw any of these guys practice and what they did to give us looks at practice, you'd be amazed. All right, and we give them a lot of credit for doing that. And some of them went both ways for us. Some of those went 100 miles an hour only one way. But they did so much to get us ready for Fridays. It's one of the reasons why we're able to win as many games we're able to win. So congratulations to those 4 guys. Our next award is the Team MVP Award, the James J. Davis Award, which is voted on by our players. Again, it was almost unanimous when we did this, and we've had, obviously, a lot of our success has run through this player and what he does and what he did for us for the last couple of years after switching positions after his sophomore year. So this year's James J. Davis Award for Team MVP is Nasibu. that last. I'm going to go to the All-Stars, the LFC All-Stars. So I'm just going to call you guys up. I'll give you the position. And I'll hand these out to you. This is first team Division I and Division II, because this year with the All-Stars, they put 2 divisions together, so there was only 2 All-Star teams total. So again, these are kind of in random order. John Snippus, offensive tackle. Xavier Buckman. Alex Savkov, defensive athlete. Tyler Rosina, offensive guard. Jordan Conceretti, defensive back. Janasa Boone, quarterback. Those are our first team All-Stars. Our second team All-Stars, again, Division I and II. Linebacker, Ryan Turlop. Offensive athlete, Alex Savkov. Defensive line, Kyler Rosina. Center, Bob Ferraro. And offensive guard, Logan Burgess. NEPA football does the Division All-Stars, and then they do some all-district selections. So again, I'm just going to kind of go through it in the order that they did this. So first team MPF Division II All-Star, Offensive Player of the Year, Janasa Boone. First team linebacker, Ryan Turlop. First team, again, this is Division II All-Stars, John Snippus, offensive line. Alex Savkov, defensive back. Kyler Rosina, offensive line. Kyler Rosina was the lineman of the year in MPF Division II as well. Zach Manchak at running back. Kyler Rosina, defensive line. Jordan Conceretti, defensive back. Janasa Boone, quarterback. Janasa Boone, defensive back. And then we had 3 honorable mention MPFD Division II All-Stars. Alex Savkov as an athlete. Tyler Swartz on the offensive line. And TJ Noto at running back. First team NPF All-District 2. So this would be Lackawanna Football Conference and the Wyoming Valley Conference. John Snippus, offensive line. Kyler Rosina, defensive line. Janasa Boone, quarterback. Our last set of awards is, I think, one of the most important ones, which are our captains. We choose captains at the end of the year. Our kids vote on them, and then we tally up those votes, and I think it means a lot. When you see a captain by the end of the year, that means they've done everything they were supposed to do to keep our team together and do what captains need to do to help us win games and take care of practices and everything that goes on in the locker room and everywhere else. So we had 5 team captains this year. And they come up, we have painted footballs for them that show they were team captains. Just watch, they're a little bit sticky. Here's the 5. And again, voted on by our players. Janasa Boone, John Clark, Ryan Turlop, Kyler Rosina, and Jordan Conceretti.
And you're just going to.
You got no brothers in the house?
Okay, not bad. I don't know what time it is, but it didn't seem too bad. So when we are done, again, seniors, you get pictures. Anybody who wants to get pictures, everything will stay up here. I need all the seniors to come up and grab the other parts of your award things, like when we're finished. I have them all sitting back there like the little rafters. You guys can walk right up. I have them in numeric order when we're finished. Pictures, whatever you need. We're up in the cafeteria for snacks and drinks and whatever else is up there. Please enjoy yourselves. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it.